Friday, August 18th. For many of the kids roaming the halls of Moore County High School, it's just the end of the first full week of school. For the entire community, it marks the beginning of much more. The Moore County Raiders roll into the 2023 season with high hopes and expectations.
Like my freshman year, we were kind of not thought highly of until we kind of earned that spot, and then my sophomore year we weren't, and then last year we were kind of underdogs. This year we have a low expectation about us this year.
Coach Chris White goes into his fourth season as the Raiders head coach, marking his first full four-year class. This year's senior class features 11 returning players who are not unfamiliar with playing quality downs over the last 4 years.
Eli Brown, I think he's going to have a big season. No, he's played last year, but I think he's going to have a bigger role this year. Coleman, who just moved in, he'll be asked to have some big role on defense. And then Tripp, he'll have his chance this year to be, one of our best linemen. He's going to be at center. Tripp's been working towards it. Last year, he really didn't play a whole lot, but he's really worked hard to have that spot. So.
Many of the Raiders starters on either side of the ball have started for almost the entirety of their high school careers. Among those players is, of course, number 6, Dawson White. White enters his senior year in his second year as the team's starting quarterback after playing both running back and wide receiver in his freshman and sophomore campaigns.
This is different because offensively it's actually the only year I've returned to play the actual same position that I've done the year prior. My freshman year, I was kind of at receiver, and then my sophomore year I kind of played everywhere, and then last year I was quarterback, and this year I'm returning at quarterback. So it's the first year I've kind of returned and played in the same spot that I played the year prior.
White acknowledged his team's high expectations this season, but he says the team is not letting it get to their heads.
It's a great environment. That's something that last year not that it was a bad environment. It's just last year we had no expectations. So I think the teams really used that. We hadn't got a big head about it. Just they're kind of real comfortable in that, and they want to see it happen.
In a 10-2 season last fall, the Raiders saw their championship hopes end after falling to the eventual state champion McKenzie Rebels for the second year in a row. The Raiders are looking to use that loss as motivation to push themselves toward a championship run of their own.
Yeah, I think it definitely gave us, I wouldn't say confidence or anything. It was a pretty bad loss, but we played them the year before last year, and it wasn't close at all. Just staying with them for a half kind of show us that we have progressed. And going from our last loss to them, and it kind of gives us a sense of where we're going to have to be at if we really do want to be a competitor and what we want to do. So, if we want to win state like they were, we're going to have to be that good. So, it kind of gives us a vision of how we're going to have to be.
The road to Chattanooga starts week 1 against a familiar opponent right down the road in the Cascade Champions. The 2A Cascade Champions are coached by Jake Tyre, who has been with the program for several years.
Yeah, they're just real big. Size just jumps out at you. They got this guy that's about 6'5". It's hard to miss them. They got size just about everywhere. Even their skill positions are pretty big. So, if they can use that, they definitely can give us some problems just because you can't match size. It's not really much you can do about it. But that's definitely what I've been seeing on film.
The big and physical champions will be no pushover in week 1 as they match up well with the Raiders when it comes to size.
I think most fans could tell you if they looked out there at the field, they could see just how much the team's hit the weight room and gotten bigger. That's something that you can definitely tell with the team. They've gotten bigger.
The Raiders will have to limit their mistakes in their opening contest in order to start the season off on the right foot.
Definitely gotta be disciplined. On defense and offense you gotta run the right stuff. Defense, you gotta be in the right spots. Gotta try to keep it a clean game. You don't want to turn it over. Can't give them more possessions than they already have. So stuff like that, can't beat yourselves as well. So this should be a fun year. So.
We will see tonight how the Raiders will respond to the hype that is building in Lynchburg as the road to Chattanooga starts now.